Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Automatic first down.
Set up. 10-2 start. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Finding some room at midfield. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. He touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards, the final tally. To throw again is Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something's...
And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Set and load up. All day, just like that. Just like that. Fight.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A quick pass out to Aguilar. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here. Dumps it off to Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down now, Swift. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Burton here. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now a first down carry by Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Jackson to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's get it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it's the visiting Washington Redskins who have the lead in that one. Dwayne Haskins, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. The Dolphins trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. Again, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now Jackson. A screen to Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Jackson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Hit the left side, and it's complete. get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The good pickup there at 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Eddie Weber. Check three, check three.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Set. 10-2 stop. Here it comes. Ready.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Aguilar has it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Teddy Bridgewater with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Mixon with a first down carry. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. And we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incoming. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Check.
This is Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Whip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go! 15 line. 15 line. Hit the mirror back and go full strength. Go!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to look to throw, and that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up and... Empty here, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Watch time. Tight end right. Four down. Alert. He's coming. We got double up.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To throw is Jackson. That's going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go.
Now Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Burton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Kill. Turn up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Robinson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back to throw here. He's got his man, Boyd. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Quick slant there, gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Now back to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Recon, 132 fighter. They go.
They'll look to throw here. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Bell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run it with Bell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Tight dog. Wide, get wide.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Second down, defense, let's go. Shift. Let's go. Come on.
They go play action with Jackson. Now he's flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way. but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.